Okay, so a question by Maria. I might just read the comment out so we know what we're talking about. I've just finished watching the call with me, and I'm creating my database. These questions might be better suited to the next call with Leela, but I thought I would write them here while it's top of mind for me. First question: how do I keep my emotional, personal situation out of the moment when trying to genuinely check in with someone, but at the same time show empathy and relate to what they're going through? Like if they ask me how am I going, how can you keep the conversation organic and more about them than me? Two, my roadblock with making a call, similar to what Emily said, is being concerned what they will automatically think, why would she call me? I haven't spoken to her in a while. What's she trying to sell me? I suppose I can't really control the other person's thoughts. I like that you say, I suppose I can't really control the other person's thoughts. But I'm not teasing you, but it's just funny to see it in writing. You can't control her thoughts. It's right. But what's the most genuine way to navigate through that? And that feels really true to me there. What's the most genuine way to navigate through that? Three, this is case by case, but what if I can't, what if what I have to offer can't help the person with what they truly need help with? How can I still show that I care? And these things are all actually totally linked to each other. So let's start with the second question because I think that's the first. I am concerned with what they'll think of me. So how can I show people that I care? I can get past my concern with what people will think of me. And I'll show up and say, hey, do you need some help? Because that's probably the hardest thing. And that's why most people haven't called other people to see how they're doing, because they're so concerned with themselves. You're also assuming that they don't want you to sell them something. Why? You're assuming they don't want any help or need any help. Why? So there isn't a magic answer to this. This is just something that people that decide, hey, I want to have a business, or hey, I need to call people and sell them stuff, everyone goes through. So those thoughts that you're having and that Emily had too, super normal, really common. Everyone in in the sales team, Kat and myself and Danny, we have these thoughts, definitely. So, question. My roadblock to the call is being concerned that they will automatically think. I think, there's two things here about what people think, and it's really, we have to let go of the attachment to thinking that we know what other people think. You can't know until you ask. You must verify. It's so unfair to other people to assume that they all think whatever you think they think. They don't. Every single person that you call isn't going to think, oh, why is she calling me? She wants to sell me something. That they can't all think the same thing. You do not have that level of control over your external environment. It just doesn't work like that. You can't control other people's thoughts. So the best way to navigate that is to recognize it and say, oh, I imagine that every person that I call thinks the same thing and somehow it's all related to what I'm doing. It is, and I don't mean this in that you're a bad person, because we always think that the word selfish means that you're bad, but it's selfish because it's just focused on you. So just observe it, notice it, and make the call anyway. So when you make the call anyway, that's how you show people you care. That you call them up, and you can even say to them, "Hey," and this is to answer, this is to answer your question about how you show empathy and you relate to what they're going through and you be genuine. So you tell them the truth. You're like, "Hey, it's Maria. I'm calling you up because it's a pretty crazy time, and I've just been reaching out to a whole heap of people, seeing what they need help with. Because what I'm here to do on Earth, one of the things I do is I help people, and I help them with services, and I help them with the different things, whatever it is that you're doing. But mainly at the moment, I just think we all need to stick together a little bit. So just calling to see how you're doing. I know I've been freaked out at different times, worried about what's going to happen, but I just wanted to see what you're up to and what you need help with. So that's how you show empathy and you relate to what they're going through. I'm going through the same thing as you. It's just that out of the two of us, I was the human that managed to reach out. And when you establish that, you establish a different position in the relation in that conversation anyway. And like, oh God, I needed someone to talk to. We're like, oh fuck off, I don't want to talk to anyone right now. Cool. If someone says to you, I don't want to talk to you, or they hang up on you, don't take it personally. They're just going through something at the moment. You'll have some people do that. They'll seem angry. It's okay. Not everybody has to want to take your call or be really happy that you called them. It's irrelevant. You know, the way that you show you care is you show up, you offer help. If they say yes, great. If they say no, great. And then you call the next person. So this is a really great exercise in being a little zen and not being attached to the outcome. It's just, all you can control is what you can control, which is I called them up and I offered something of myself. Can't control what they think, can't control what they do, can't control what they say. Just let go of that attachment. And if they go, how are you going? Well, it's a real challenge right now. I'm trying to work out my business, and actually what I wanted to do was just connect with people and see what's going on for them, and maybe make some community where we can all support each other. Is that something that you're interested in? I told the truth. I said what's going on for me. I was empathetic and I asked if I could help. All in the one sentence. We're imagining that we have to come from this position where we don't have something going on. This is not true. So I hope that helps. Leela will definitely be able to talk about this stuff, but just know that everybody that gets on calls imagines that no one wants to talk to them, that they're all thinking the same thing, that they all hate you, that no, that's all your stuff, not theirs. Let them tell you how they think. And if they don't tell you how they think, ask them, how are you feeling at the moment? What do you need help with? Just be really direct.